Mailbag time here on the 49ers Report by Chat Sports, taking all of your questions from our loyal and amazing subscribers. Got to use the hashtag 49ers or Super Chat to get your questions and your comments featured on the show. We go live every single Tuesday at 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific. Lock us in, subscribe, turn on those notifications so that you don't miss a show. First one coming in from Ozzy. If Jimmy G continues to play like he did against Denver, by what week should fans panic? I'm already panicking. I mean, the Niners have been the better team in each of their first 3 games. They have the league's best defense, in my opinion, and the numbers certainly back that up. That's why this is so unfortunate, because all the offense has to do is score more than 11 points, and they can't even do that against a bad Broncos team. Yes, they have a solid defense, but come on. Your defense gives up 11 points, and you can't get more than that to come through with the win. So if he continues to struggle, and shoot, if he struggles against the Los Angeles Rams, I'd be really concerned about that. SUR-RQB. Hey, I could play QB. I'll chuck it 50 yards right now, probably further than Jimmy Garoppolo. Evan Hinders with this one. 49ers should call Eric Fisher to replace Trent Williams until he returns. Eric Fisher, the medicals do not check out. He looks bad, or has looked bad, because of those medical problems. And obviously you bring in a guy like that, he has pedigree, but he isn't with the team because of those injury issues. Now, Colton McKivitz did replace Trent Williams nicely in Sunday's game and last year, the final week against the Rams, and actually played pretty well, but he's a backup for a reason. Can he be consistent over the next, let's say, 4 to 8 weeks until Williams comes back? It's a massive loss. There's no doubt about that. Words of wisdom, Sean Payton. Too early to start dreaming? Imagine him paired with Lamar Jackson. Him paired with Lamar Jackson would be pretty crazy. Him as a head coach, he would have this team more buttoned up to play than what they've looked like so far this year. Bad penalties against Chicago, bad penalties once again against Denver, a couple of turnovers there. In that Bears game, they coughed it up 3 times. When you lose a turnover battle, you lose about 80% of the games in the NFL. So Sean Payton might have the Niners better off there, but he also has had some pretty bad playoff no-shows as well. I'm a believer in Kyle Shanahan, but him losing to Nathaniel Hackett, a joke. Ernesto, who do you think should step up for the Niners against the Rams? Jimmy Garoppolo. It's all on his shoulders. Jimmy Garoppolo plays better, and I think that they can win this football game. The Rams offensively haven't really done anything all too special up to this point this year. They've been really sporadic. In week 2, they almost lost to the Atlanta Falcons and didn't really do much to impress me against the Arizona Cardinals, a Cardinals team that I think is bad this year. So it's Jimmy Garoppolo, and obviously Kyle Shanahan has to call a better team. You know who doesn't have to step up? The defense, because they were terrific once again last week. Niner Nick, with the Niners having questions at quarterback, you think Kyle will try to get his boy Kirk Cousins? This is fascinating. So Kirk Cousins is set to be a free agent, not this upcoming offseason, but after that. And we know that those connections are there between Kirk Cousins and Kyle Shanahan going back to their days with the Washington Redskins at the time. And Kyle Shanahan values accuracy in quarterbacks, and Kirk Cousins has been among some of the more accurate quarterbacks in the NFL, if not the most accurate guy, depending on which season you look at. I mean, 2018, the guy completed 70% of his passes for 30 touchdowns and 10 picks. 2019 at 69 with 3,626 and 6. 2020, 67.5. More than 4,200 yards, 35 touchdowns, 13 picks, and then last year, once again, very, very good. Completion percentage, never a problem. The stats, never a problem. It's him failing to show up in some big games, and him cracking in big games, and Kyle Shanahan blowing a lot of leads. That could be a disaster, but he might be a better option as compared to this team wanting Jimmy Garoppolo, or if Trey Lance has some serious concerns. Kirk Cousins in this offense, once again, we know that he's already a good fit, and he could elevate this team a lot, but how does he play in some of those critical moments where he's always been really, really bad? What do you think about Kirk, Captain Kirk? You like that? G for good, B for bad. I think he's a solid quarterback. I don't think he's great. I think he's about middle tier, definitely better than Jimmy G, so I'm going to go G for good. Ashton Smith, big supporter of what we're doing of late. Clap it up for Ashton. Appreciate it. Hey, Chase, what do you think about the new signing of a running back? So as of right now, no signings outside of Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack got elevated to the active roster. We saw a lot of Jeff Wilson. We saw 1 carry for 7 yards for Jordan Mason. Didn't see anything from Marlon Mack. Probably doesn't know this offense all that well. But signing another back out there, if another back goes down and gets injured, the Niners are kind of screwed with the depletion of depth until Elijah Mitchell comes back, which now won't be for 7 more weeks. So they've been working out backs, certainly something that they have to look at and consider. Right now, though, I think they're pretty set with what they have. Make sure you join the movement of joining us on the Call-In app after our post-game shows, or for our post-game shows, after our watch parties, I should say. Whoever's joined us on Call-In, it's been a blast. We actually just extended our partnership with Call-In the other day. We're going to be doing live podcasts up until March at the very least, because Call-In, really pleased with how everything has been going here on the 49ers Report and all of the feedback and all of you listening. So, going to be going live on Call-In for our post-game show after our watch party, where you can call into the show. It's like Twitter Spaces, but even better. And here's the deal. If you download the Call-In app on your iPhone or Android device, those links available in the comment section and the description, and you take a screenshot of you having the app on your phone, hey, I'll give you a shout-out and show you some love. Rude Alien next up on the docket. Why is Kyle so stuck on running out the clock, being up only a few points? Last game with the Rams and a few years ago with the Super Bowl. I actually don't think that Shanahan's play clock management has been as bad as some other coaches out there. You watch Nathaniel Hackett, and that's why I was so heated after the game about the Niners losing that game. It's inexcusable. I mean, you can't lose that game to Nathaniel Hackett. Some other coaches out there just have no grasp of the clock. I think my problem with Kyle Shanahan isn't the clock management. It's the taking your foot off of the gas pedal and not maintaining that level of aggressiveness that you need to put your opponents away, and that's why Shanahan has blown a lot of leads. Pascal, let's just start Debo at quarterback. Remember when he hit Jennings for a touchdown? It was pretty awesome. That came against the Rams, this week's opponent, on Monday Night Football back in the NFC Championship game, and that was that was week 18, I should say, when Jawan Jennings went off. Debo at quarterback, that's a fantasy world. Run a couple of Wildcat formations, though. Could be a little bit interesting. IFR Dries is in the chat. For Denmark, what up? Speaking of the Niners right now and the worries that a lot of you are voicing here on the show, what's the panic meter? And where is it at? 1 to 100. 1 not concerned, 100 very, very concerned. If they lose against the Rams, I'm certainly going to be up there. Evan Hinders, they should trade for Desmond King. They don't really need anybody there. I mean, they're kind of stacked. The defense hasn't been the problem at all. It's been the offense. It's been Jimmy G. Ozzy, would you start Brock Purdy week 5 if Jimmy G fails to perform against the Rams? No, I'm not going away from Jimmy Garoppolo that early, nor would Kyle Shanahan do that. I think you're stuck with Jimmy G unless he gets hurt for the remainder of the year. Brock Purdy, look, he impressed me throughout the preseason. He actually does throw with anticipation. I like his bravery, but you think that Jimmy Garoppolo makes some bad interceptions and throws some bad picks? Brock Purdy throughout his Iowa State career, he did that as well. Huge game coming up on Sunday, and I want to know who you got. I think the 49ers, I'm going to inject confidence in them. I think they can win this football game. Let's say that they do win this football game. I'm going with it. I'm typing my SF in the comment section. LAR for the Rams. Who you got? Let me know right now in the comment section. Mike Jew, and then got to get to, I think, a $5 super chat if we didn't already get there, Trace. Mike Jew, who could replace Jimmy G? This upcoming year, not many options. Cam Newton, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick out of retirement might be my favorite option. Slim pickings, my guy. Slim pickings. $5 super chat coming in from Anthony. Anthony, my guy. Rams 32-3 at best. Niners have no offensive line, therefore a weak run game and a weak quarterback. Year is already over. Yes, go after Lamar Jackson. Trade Trey Lance to a team with an offensive line. Anthony with a lot of the hot takes there, and I like it a lot. But I don't like your score prediction of 32-3 against the Niners. That right there would be a bloodbath. He gave us his score prediction. What is your score prediction? Let us know right now. Niners, Rams, NFC West rivalry game, Monday Night Football. F the Lambs. Let us know right now.